Sorry it's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Good. Hello. Welcome to episode 99. I've got 99 episodes, but a bitch ain't one. And yeah, wow, we're on episode 99. Next one will be 100. Insane. How's it going? Hope you are doing very, very well. Hope you are having a lovely Friday, if isn't this in the day that comes out. The weather's been horrible. It's good to be back on here now. I'm really sorry. It's been 3 weeks since the last episode. The last episode was the 1st of January of this year. But yeah, I've been ill, basically. I've been absolutely ill, and I've just been basically waiting to get my voice back, stop coughing, stop shitting myself, all that sort of shit, just to, before I start talking on the podcast really again, because at one point I was just like, whenever I spoke, I was just coughing my lungs up. I think I just had a bit of the old man flu, as they call it. Either that, maybe COVID, I don't know. But either way, I was bloody ill, bedbound for like 2 weeks. It was horrible. It was crap. It was crap. Haley got ill as well. But I'm all right now. I'm all right. Not a lot's happened really. But yeah, I'm hoping you're having a fabulous New Year. If you were listening to this on the 23rd of January, I hope you're having a fabulous New Year so far. We're like 3 weeks into January. Crazy. It's gone so bloody quick already. But yeah. I haven't been up to a lot, of course, because I've been ill. Been listening to some music, playing some guitar a lot. I'm still actually quite sniffly now. Been playing some games as well, really. A lot of different games and stuff. So there's a few bits and bobs I can talk about on here that I've listened to and played and all that. So it might be a short episode, I don't know. But this is the Monoblog podcast after all, hosted by myself, Master Danny. It's a blog thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're all interested in it, that's cool. I'm glad that you are listening. But yeah, it's been rough past couple of weeks, but I'm pretty much all right now. While I've been ill, I had to call in sick on one of my days at work, because I just woke up and I just had the worst headache ever, and I was coughing like loads. I was like, oh my god, I feel like absolute ass. So I took the day off, and I ended up buying Expedition 33 for the PS5. And I thought, I kind of just want to replay it again. And that day that I called in sick, I played it for 12 hours straight. I literally played it for 12 hours. And a couple of days later, I ended up finishing it again. But I did the Verso ending rather than the Mayel ending, which I did originally when I played it last year. And I think I prefer the Mayel ending, to be honest. The Verso one is still great, and there's a reason why I was playing this for 12 hours straight. I still go by what I say about this game. It is still my game of the year from last year. I absolutely adore it. I think it's incredible. Just the music, the way it looks, everything, the cast, the characters, all the weird and wonderful sort of monsters and stuff like that you see, and just the story is incredible. I love this game so much. So I just completely blasted through it. I just completely blasted through it, smashed it. So yeah, I played that. Finished it within a couple of days. yeah, just what a game. If you haven't played it yet, it's still on Game Pass, I believe. So if you've got Game Pass, do give it a go, man. I promise you, you will love it. If you are into RPGs and stuff, and fancy something a bit different from the norm, yeah, highly recommend it. It is so good. Um, but yeah. Been playing been playing a fair amount of Hades too, which I'm still really enjoying. I've decided to put God mode on, which is it kind of helps you get stronger after each death that you have throughout playing the game. I just thought, I'm about 10 hours in, and it's taken me quite a bit of time to get through it. So I was like, well, I don't want to spend too much time on this game. As much as I'm enjoying it, I feel like I need to, excuse me. As much as I'm enjoying it, I kind of want to get done with, because I get what I need to do. I just need to get stronger. But yeah, maybe it's just my patience is just too low. But I'm still playing it at the moment. I'm really enjoying it and just getting better. And I think the furthest I got is to. I think I got to the third worldy bit. After you do Erebus and then Oceanus, I've been up to that bit. But yeah, it gets hard when it gets hard, man. But I mean, I've never been familiar with Hades before, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'll talk about it in a lot more depth when I finish it, because I definitely intend on finishing that game. I started Vice City up, which I had a good time with. I've only played a couple of hours, really. I thought, well, the Vice City, sorry, not Vice City, GTA 6 is going to be coming out in November. So I thought, if I play Vice City on the lead up to it, I might, it might be fresh in my mind by the time GTA 6 is out, and there might be a few sort of, I don't know, sort of hark, like some stuff might hark back to Vice City while it's still fresh in my mind. But I feel like I just started it a bit too early. I'm gonna, I've only played a couple of hours of it, so I thought, well, I'll probably start it. I'll probably continue it I don't know, later on down the line when it's summery. Because at the moment, the weather is shit over here, and I'm playing Vice City, and I'm looking at it thinking, I can't wait to go to fucking Las Vegas in Mexico and get all that sun, and I'm just feeling miserable while I'm playing it. So I might just start playing it during the summer. I don't know. But it's still a good game. It's still really, really good. I mean, I'm a big San Andreas guy, but I love Vice City. It's great. The cool sort of Miami Vice sort of look to it, and the 80s soundtrack. It's great. It's really, really cool. So I played a bit of that, but I'll probably go back to it later on. But mainly, I stopped playing it because I just realised to myself, I've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Only it isn't mine. I'm actually lending it off a good friend of mine, Elliot Laws, shout out. I sent him Ghost of Yotei, because he wanted to borrow it. So he said, oh, do you want to borrow any of my games? And Jedi Survivor was one of them. And then I realised, fuck, I've still got your Fallen Order, and I've not finished it yet. And the reason why I haven't carried on with it, I've only played 5 hours of it at the time when I had a PS4. And when I got my PS5, it came with God of War Ragnarok, and I had Resident Evil 4 came out at the same time. So I just basically started playing them and started getting to the whole PS5 games and stuff like that, and I never just went back to it. So up until now, about 2 or 3 years later, something like that. Yeah. It's so good. Why did I put this game down? It's fucking wicked, this game. I don't know why I put it down for so long. I mean, obviously I know. I just explained it to you. But I love Star Wars, and I just put it down completely. And we're kind of harkening back to the I think it's the third episode I did on the MastoCast when I talked to Cam Chapters about our favourite Star Wars video games. We did a top 5 Star Wars video games. A third episode of MastoCast. Do listen to it. And shout out Cam. I believe, if I remember rightly, she had Fallen Order as her number 1. And I can't remember where I put this on my list. I just realised I just spoiled it, like the number 1. I can't remember exactly where I had this in my list, but I just can't remember. I remember saying to her, "Oh yeah, no worries, I'm gonna get it done," and I didn't get it done. So I need to sort that out, which I am sorting out. I've started playing it again, and I'm loving it. Like, it's great. It's really, really good. And yeah. That's it, really. That's it. For games, really. Oh, bloody hell! I started playing the Minish Cap again on the Game Boy Advance. Which I started on the Coach to Outbreak 2024, and I've not touched it since then up until now. So, like, a year and a half ago, I started it, and now I've picked it up again. So I've been leaving the Nintendo Switch at home for Haley to play, because she's been playing Story of Seasons, and I thought, well, I'll take something else with me, so I took the Game Boy Advance with me, which had Minish Cap in. And I was like, fucking hell, this game's amazing. Like, it just looks incredible on the Game Boy Advance. It looks class. So I'm playing that now as well. But yeah, that's all I'm playing. So it seems like this year's, like, it's become so far picking up games where I've left off, which is it's quite funny. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been playing. In terms of music, obviously, not been to any gigs yet. Unfortunately, I'm starting to get the bug, man. I'm like, I really want to go to a gig again. I really want to go to a gig again now. Like, I feel like, well, I mean, the last one was actually only about a month ago. Like, well, just over a month ago. When we went to see Kids in Glass Houses in Birmingham, and but that was kind of like a last minute, fuck it, let's go type thing, like. And like, I don't mind Kids in Glass Houses. There's a few songs but not like a band that I'm crazy about these days. But like, the next gig I've got's not until the 17th of February, which is Crowbar. Very much looking forward to that. Me and Jake are gonna go see that. It's gonna be fucking wicked. Yeah. So no gigs to report on yet, obviously. Soon down the line that'll happen. But there's been some new music that has come out this year, which I'll happily talk about. Poison the Well have dropped a new single. Metalcore titans from the late 90s to early 2000s. They're bringing out their first album in God knows how many years, like over a decade. Which I'm very, very excited for. They released a track called Trembling what's it called? It's Trembling something. But it's not going to be on the new album, anyways. What's it called? Trembling Level. It came out last year. And I thought, oh yeah, this is fucking cool. They're obviously working on a new album. And then they dropped another single called Thoroughbeds. And yeah, this is going to be on the new album. It's called Peace and Place, coming out 2026, of course, 20th of March 2026. And this new song is so good, Thoroughbeds. I haven't stopped listening to it. It's going to be produced by Will Putney on Sharp Tone Records, and I'm very much looking forward to this album. Like, this new song has been fucking on repeat. I love it. Yeah, cool to see Poison the Well back, like, properly. Saw them at Outbreak a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed them. And since then I've gone back to a lot of their early material. Like, obviously the opposite of December is fucking brilliant, and Tear from the Red is fucking fantastic. So yeah. Yeah, it's good to see that they're going to be active again, because like I said, last album brought out was 2009, The Tropic Rot. So this is the first album in blimey, 17 years, 17 bloody years. But yeah, very very cool, very very cool to see them come back with some new music and sounding really good as well. Sounding really good. It sounds like a very sort of mature sounding band. I mean, obviously, like they're a lot older, but it's not like your typical sort of early noughties metalcore, like which they are really good at. It's quite different. It's quite moody, but I really do love it. There's been some other releases as well that I'll talk about. Let's see what we got. Paleface Swiss have released an EP, which is the first new music that I heard this year. The first new release. So, which is funny actually, because last year their album came out like right at the beginning of last year, which is Cursed. An album that I liked quite a lot. I think it's a decent album, really, really good, and they're putting a absolute scorching set of Bloodstock, I gotta say. And I thought it was a really good album, very sort of Slipknot inspired, new metally deathcore, whatever you want to call it. And they're back with an EP, which was released like in the early weeks of January. It's called The Wilted, and to be honest, this is just more of the same thing. To be honest, not really deviated into anything different all that much. 5 tracks, one of them being like a 24-second intro. Withering Flower. It just sounds a lot like Hatred, like the lead single from the last album. I think the guy who was fronting them, he's getting into more of his melodic vocals. I think he just needs a bit more work on it, because it's quite harrowing at first when you hear it for the first time on Withering Flower, which is the second song on this EP. Let Me Sleep in Instruments of War, which is a song that is featured by the Stick to Your Guns vocalist. Pretty good song, like I said, it just sounds a lot like the previous work, and but I think like it's got like a stronger sound chorus, because got the guy from Stick to Your Guns on it. He's got a good voice on him, and Everything Is Fine, which is like the closer of the CPs, but kind of like reminiscent of the last track of the last album, River of Sorrows, which is like the sort of slow ballady track. It's kind of like that, and yeah, it's a decent EP. Like I say, it just feels like an extension of the last album that came out. Could have been bonus tracks really. But no, they're good. But like I kind of wanted to hear like something. If you're doing an EP, I feel like you gotta do something different, or something interesting, than like sort of extend off the last album you've done. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, really. So that was the first thing I listened to in the new year. There's a band called Crush Your Soul, and the album's called Ice Water. This is featuring the frontman from Mind Force. Like first thing I heard of this, like as soon as I heard the vocals, I was like, that is the dude from Mind Force, who are like a crossover thrash hardcore band. I think they're from New York. He sounds very New York, but this is just like straight up heavy meaty potatoes hardcore, rather than the whole like thrashy sort of thing. All like 9 songs, 17 minutes long. But like the chorus is just like really really catchy on it as well. Like feels like you're drowning in ice water, and devil to pay. Like just really really cool, like sort of catchy choruses for like this like proper beat down hardcore shit. And got a lot of like guest features and all that, like from Malice at the Palace and Missing Link. A couple of other bands I've not even heard of before, like Silver, the Boulevard of Death, and St. Knack. But yeah, this is a cool little album, 17 minutes long. I've only listened to it a couple of times, but I like it. Like your longest song on this album's like 2 minutes 40 or whatever. But yeah, this is just a sick hardcore record. Highly recommend it. But tell you what, fucking hell, there's been a big release. It's just come out today, right? And I listened to it on the journey home in my car from work this morning. So I've literally listened to this album this morning, devoured it, and I'm talking about it now after I've woken up and gathered my thoughts on this album. It's the self-titled album by Megadeth, and Megadeth are calling it a day. They are calling it a day. This is supposedly the last album that have made, and they are going to be doing a supposedly a farewell tour. I say supposedly because I never know when to believe bands at this point. You know, we've seen it with bands like Slayer and what have you. But, you know, I thought, with it being Megadeth, with it being their last album, they could sign off on a true scorcher. Like, you know, the previous Megadeth material hasn't been all that great, to be honest. Like, you know, some of it's kind of like meandering, so, like, you know, so it was just, I mean, so it was just kind of like just Blair, really, just Blair. Just boring. But their discography is an interesting one. They have some absolute classics, some absolute incredible albums, like Rust in Peace, Countdown to Extinction, Peace Sells But Who's Buying, Euthanasia, like Endgame. They've got some incredible albums, and you know, like here and there they'll bring out a good like later album, and I'd like it. But we are here. Like, so this is why I was kind of hoping. God, it's going to be the last Megadeth album. Hopefully, they sign off with a banger because I like them. I really like Megadeth a lot. Seen them live a bunch. I've seen them live and have been fucking incredible at times. Like, I've seen them. Like first time I saw them was like 2009. Saw them support Judas Priest on the Priest Feast tour, which was Testament, Megadeth, Judas Priest, good night. And I saw them at Download after that, like a few times. I saw them main stage at Download 2010, and it was the 20th anniversary of Rust in Peace. And I played a lot of Rust in Peace and a few songs from like Endgame and like Peace Sells and Countdown to Extinction, and it was fucking amazing. It was like the best time I've ever seen Megadeth. And I've seen them a couple of times after that. I've seen them after they've released 13, which is an okay Megadeth album, and Dystopia, which is a decent Megadeth album. Like, seen them on tour then, like, you know, like the last time I saw them, they were kind of, you could kind of tell they were getting a bit, well, mainly in particular Dave Mustaine, like, just sort of getting a bit tired. The voice was struggling a bit, and that, like, you know, they've tuned the guitars down, all that sort of stuff. So we would kind of see like something was going on. But you know, since then, it's still released like another album. The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead was the last one before this, and I didn't bother listening to it because I've heard it was pants, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to waste my time on that. But they're calling it a day, and I thought, well, I gotta listen to this because there's some like interesting factors about this album. Like, and some interesting singles and other things that I was kind of, you know, wanted to hear. So, the first song on this album, Tipping Point, which was the first single that came out, is a bloody good Megadeth song. It's really, really good. I actually like this. There's it's fast, it's thrashy, gets pretty heavy. Like, Dave Mustaine sounds pretty good on it. There is a part in the song, like, later on down the line where it goes to, like, a sort of slower, it goes to, like, a slower terrain, and it's a bit like, I don't know why you did that. It should have, like, I feel like they could have, like, cut a minute out of that particular minute out, and it would just have been a strong Megadeth song. I Don't Care, which was the second, Megadeth single that came out, which is the second track on this album, is a stupid track. It's stupid. It's really fucking bad. it's basically Dave Mustaine. He's doing the Steve Buscemi with the skateboard over his shoulder, going, "What's up, dudes?" You know, like what up, my fellow kids, whatever it is, and it's like they wrote like a sort of skate punk track, and it's like the music videos are like giving the middle finger and all that, and like giving it the whole "I don't care" um lyric like over and over again in the verse, and like I don't care if I say this, or I don't care, blah blah blah, and then like the chorus is just "you gotta know, gotta know, gotta know." I mean, by the way, my Dave Mustaine impression is fantastic. You will know that throughout this episode, and like this, here's what really made me laugh. Right, the song. There's a song called "Hey God." Yeah, sorry. I don't care. Crap. The third song, "Hey God." I saw the title come up, while I was driving, and like I just sort of went, "Hey God," and then the first thing that happens, when the song kicks in, Dave Mustaine goes, "Hey God," and I was like, "Oh my God, I fucking predicted it. I predicted it. I just did. I predicted a song that I've not heard before," and like. This song's not bad. It's not too bad. It's kind of Symphony of Destructionist sort of vibes. Kind of one of the slower ones. And the third single that they brought out, which is the fourth track, like "Let There Be Shreds," is very corny. It's very corny. About a song about picking up the guitar, feeling the world rumble underneath your feet as you rock, and have the guitar on. "Let there be shred." Yeah, like, oh, it's kind of a song that like people who aren't into metal think what metal songs sound like. It's very corny, bit of a crap one. And just after that, like, it doesn't get any more interesting after this. Like, it gets like the pace just drops a bit. There's a couple of songs that are back to back called called "Obey the Call" and "I Am War," which are a bit like they're definitely the worst songs on the album. It's just pans, it's flabby and just crap. And it finishes on a song called "The Last Note," which is definitely like their swan song. It's very dramatic. It's definitely the most dramatic song on the album, and it's the longest track, 5.5 minutes. It's got like some acoustic guitar in there. There's like Spanish classic solo, like kind of harks back to like "Holy Wars" from Rust in Peace. But yeah, initially it's all about like, this is the last note. It will ring out forever, and like it's got like this dramatic sort of spoken word bit where it's like "I've received the gold, but I had to sign my life away in blood," But yeah, that was it, and this. That's it. The album's done. And no, wait, no, it isn't. It isn't done, because there's a fucking bonus track at the end, right? And I knew about this, so I was kind of dying to hear about it. I was dying to hear it. Really, they covered "Ride the Lightning" by Metallica, and look, I love Metallica, love them, and I know Dave Mustaine had a lot of history with Metallica. Apparently, he was involved in the writing process of the album, just before he got kicked out, before they recorded it, and and obviously like Megadeth, like Dave Mustaine in particular, was like very salty towards Metallica after the way he was, kicked out the band. He literally got kicked out like in the middle of a tour, and he had to fucking make his own way home and all that sort of stuff, But like, I think that about a decade ago they kind of like made amends and stuff like that. They did like the Big Four tour and stuff like that, and I know Dave Mustaine's like said some good things about like James Hetfield, and they did like the Metallica anniversary concert and stuff like that. So yeah, like all's good between them now. But like, I know in like an interview he said like he wanted to bring it sort of full circle. Like this was like one of the last tracks he was working on before like he got kicked out and formed Megadeth. This is literally just a note for note cover of Ride the Lightning by Metallica, only with really dull production and Dave Mustaine's worst, like hilariously worst vocal performance on this song. Like, I sent Jake, like when I heard that this was happening, I sent Jake, our good friend of the podcast, like a voice note of me doing Dave Mustaine singing Ride the Lightning. And I think I did better than what Dave Mustaine did. Like, flash before my eyes, now it's time to die. Ow. It's pants. It's pants. Why did you need to do this? Why? This didn't need to be here. I mean, I know it's a bonus track, whatever, but I can't unhear it now. It's shite. Yeah, it's a shame that, like, this is the last album, really, because it's pants. It's just another pants Megadeth album with a bunch of other pants Megadeths. Like, if... The thing is, like, the way, like, the recording, like, the recorded output has been, if they had ended on, like, maybe Dystopia, I would have been happy, because that album's, like, fine. I just think that, you know, I mean, the writing was on the wall anyways. Like Dave Mustaine's vocals were getting pretty bad. Like, the whole band would still be fucking, like, smashing it live. Like, it would still be good live. But, like, the recorded output just hasn't been interesting and stuff. So, it's coming to a close. I'd still like to see them again. Like, if they're doing, like, another UK tour or whatever, I'd still like to go see them. Like, just sort of, you know, give them a wave goodbye. Go to the bar when they play any of this stuff. Maybe Tipping Point will be cool. And, like, honestly, one of the saving graces on this album, the guitar player Timu, he's fucking incredible. He's an incredible guitar player. Like, the proper saving grace on this album. Like, the way I feel about this album, it's like a dying hot air balloon. Like, a hot air balloon that's deflating, it's, you know, it's lowering itself to the ground and it's about to crash, but like there's Timu and he's the fire and he's shredding, he's like, come on, I'm gonna fucking sing this album, come on. He's fucking incredible on this. The guitar solos are fucking awesome, but the rest is just pants. Yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, the way I'm going on about it, at least it's not the worst Megadeth album. I mean, Super Collider that came out about a decade ago, that is probably the worst one. God, that is fucking awful. Yeah, Risk is pretty bad as well. Yeah, just a shame that they're calling it a day on this one. But I love you, Megadeth. I do. I swear down. Yeah, unless you're a Megadeth obsessive, I wouldn't bother with this. But I just wanted to talk about it because, you know, Megadeth are a band that I've held dear to my heart. Like, when I was, you know, growing up listening to, like, you know, the early sort of thrash stuff. Like, for me, Rust in Peace, which came out in 1990, is like a 10 out of 10 thrash album. Like, one of the bests. It's incredible. Obviously, Countdown to Extinction is amazing as well. Peace Sells What Who's Buying. Endgame, which came out in 2009, is like a really, really good, like, later day Megadeth album, alongside United Abominations as well. Like, that's a really good one. Dystopia is decent. So, like, you know, I was just a bit frustrated that, like, why couldn't you have just done something good? But yeah, this album just sounds tired. It just sounds tired. Like, it's, you know, it's time to call it a day. You know, and it's one of those. It's not like I'm happy for them to call it a day. It's not like, thank fuck that's over with. No, for sure. Yeah, it's just I wish it could have been a better signing off, because I know this band means a lot to a lot of people and they've made a hell of a legacy. And you know, I'll hold all those classic albums very, very dear to me. So if you listen to this and you don't like it, just go listen to Rust in Peace instead. Fucking Holy Wars! Fucking, my Dave Mustaine impression is so good, especially like while I'm recovering from a fucking illness. Like, welcome to a Flutterstyle with you. Yeah, I'm really good at that. That's one thing I'm actually good at. Not podcasting, it's this. Right, I gotta go because I gotta get ready for work. Right, I'll see you all later. This album will be out on Saturday. I know I said earlier on it's the Friday before it comes out, but I'm not gonna have enough time to get it uploaded or anything. So I should be leaving in about 10 minutes time. So, anyways, enjoy the new Megadeth album. But yeah, listen to Crush Your Soul, Ice Water, great album. Bye bye.